to Mystery Beers episode number 255 of
Brutal Battle.
So we're still embroiled in the fall mystery beers, which, a reminder to people from the last episode that started this, Rebecca knows what the beers are. I do not know what the beers are. We did one of those things, but rest assured at some point we're going to go back to the mystery beer style where, I literally put my hand into a cooler at the liquor store, pull the beer out without looking, and purchase it that way. So neither of us will know. But until then, we're doing the fall beers, which, to be honest, I'm not that excited about because a lot of fall beers I'm not into. This is kind of more like something you're excited about.
Yeah, I'm hoping to find something good.
Okay. Last one, the idiom Off Your Gourd wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And the Sierra Nevada wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, but for me, it's hard for me to find, a quote-unquote fall beer that really wows me, that really makes me excited, except probably, Sapwood Cellars Sky Meadow. That's a great one. It takes a very specific brewery to get me excited about fall beers. But
let's see if one of these does it.
But I will say that fall is my favorite time of the year, so that's good.
Yeah.
I just prefer to drink other beers. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the first one, Beer A. And I'm just going to say that Beer A and B look very similar. So they're probably, they both look like they're basically Märtzens. They're both kind of caramel in color. Yeah, amber caramelly color.
Dark orange.
Orange brown. Yeah. So they're both that way.
Pretty clear.
Not much head hanging out. Although if you do swirl it up, you get a little bit showing up. It smells very clean. It doesn't smell off or offensive or it smells pretty good.
It smells pretzel-y.
Yeah, I can see that. There's a little bit of that kind of biscuity, bready type smell. There is a honey, but there's something else with the honey note.
Yeah, there's something else in there.
It's honey and...
brown sugar?
This kind of actually smells like... You know that slight kind of plasticiness that you can get out of non-alcoholic beers?
Yeah,
I feel like it's not strong in this, but when you take a really deep sniff a few times, it's kind of faintly there on the end. I smell a little bit of that, slightly plasticky.
Yeah, it's not it's a fine nose. I'm not oh man, I really want to drink this, but I'm not it's not off-putting or anything.
It seems like it'd probably be relatively easy, have a good amount of malty sweetness to it, probably more in the vein of maybe a little bit of brown sugar to it, probably more honey, maybe a little bit of hay. That's kind of what it seems like it would probably be.
Pretty easy to drink.
Yeah. It's got a little of that plasticiness at the end. Or maybe I just need it to kind of acclimate to my palate.
I would say it's not non-alcoholic. It is an alcoholic beer.
Yeah, I get the alcohol in there, but... Lot of malt grain on the finish, that real raw graininess, which typically I really like, but the way that it's kind of going together with the bitterness on the finish, not really liking it that much.
It's pretty low on flavor.
Mm-hmm. It's really dry. This just kind of strikes me as kind of one of those German traditional fest beers that I'm just not a big fan of that. I like a kind of kicked up Americanized version of a fest beer. German purity laws, all that jazz. Not the best.
Okay.
Honestly, there are some styles that's great with, but it's not bad beer, but it's also okay. Just okay, it's a beer. It exists. It's a beer. I'm gonna drink some water.
I do feel like beer B is a little darker.
Did you need some water, by the way?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's a little more towards the brown than the orange.
Yeah.
A is a little more towards the orange.
Still clear.
Yeah. Oh, this one's got a fruitiness on the nose. that I kind of like.
Like a candied cherry?
Yeah, that's where I was going. I was going to say cherry in there. I like that. It gives it like this kind of like sweet kick in the nose. Huh. It's almost like a little bit fruit roll-up-y. Like berry fruit roll-up. But yeah, like cherry. Like you were saying. It's definitely like a sweet cherry type. It smells like there's like a medium-low hopping to it. So there's like a little bit of a floral aspect in there. It smells pretty good.
Yeah, it's not like overly robust in the nose.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. But it smells pretty clean. I'll go in. What is that taste? I need to get used to this. It's a little weird. Okay. So it is, the strongest flavor is kind of like, like a cherry to it.
Yeah.
And then like Naked Cheerios. It's like literally eating a bowl of those Naked Cheerios with cherries thrown in there. It's kind of on a lower level, obviously, but.
This one also is bready.
Yeah. It is real. It's pretty drying, too. Both of these have been pretty drying, to be honest. It's a little bit of straw on the finish.
Still not, like, robust in the flavor.
Yeah.
Both of these beers are very easy to drink, pretty mellow.
Yeah, it's a bit more vibrant than A, because B has, like, a little bit of a tanginess to it, which is kind of a little more exciting on the palate than what A is giving you, because of that little, like cherry-type fruitiness we've been getting. So, I mean, I like that about it, but I'm not, like, wild about either of these, honestly.
Me neither.
They're beers, Like, they're kind of basic-ish fall beers, so.
I feel like the best Märzen I had was from Denizens. Remember how much we liked that?
The Hike the Alps?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? That was really good. Denizens
really
Brewing?
good.
Yeah. Their Hike the Alps was awesome.
We had it last fall.
Yeah, I would say going between A and B is, like, way more dry. Like, they're both kind of drying beers, but I think B's even more drying than A is. I don't know. The numbers for these. I don't like...
Okay.
I don't know. I'm giving them both 2s. I'm just not... I'm not into it.
You don't think one's better than the other?
Not really.
You don't like one more than the other?
I mean, B slightly more, but... Okay, I'll give it a 3.
Okay, I'm going to give beer A a 3 and beer B a 4.
Okay, so overall, we both like beer B more.
Yeah, not by much, but a little bit.
So
beer I don't want to persuade you.
No, I know. It's fine, though. Yeah, beer A is the loser with overall 2.5. Is this one beer A?
Yep.
Okay. So beer A, loser, overall 2.5. It's in a bottle. Is... okay. Victory Brewing's Fest Beer. It's their Märzen style lager, 5.6% alcohol, and they're out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania. They do some stuff in cans, but they're really holding on to those bottles, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
They still do a lot in bottles, so.
One of the few.
I think we've had this before a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Like a long time ago, I'm talking. Wouldn't really recommend it. All right, and the winner of the episode, still not great, but overall 3.5.
Winner.
In a 16-ounce can. Oh, okay. Crooked Crab out of Odenton, Maryland. Usually really like their stuff. This is their Crabtoberfest. It's also a Märzen. So, I guess I guessed what these beers would be just based on their color.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh,
I mean, you knew there was fall themed.
And Märzen. Yeah, exactly. But, okay. Actually, I don't think... Oh, I can read what it says on the Victory Fest beer. It says, a taste of Oktoberfest. Gather with friends, grab a boot of Fest beer, and with a slap of foam, let the festivities begin. Crafted with an authentic German recipe. There you go. This Märzen-style lager is a perfect balance of subtly sweet and refreshingly smooth. I would just argue that we don't need to go by the, traditional German for Märzens, honestly. And then, I didn't say the Crabtoberfest is 6.5%. It says, full-bodied and malty lager. Grab your Lederhosen. Our traditional German Märzen is brewed with Pilsner, Vienna, and Munich malts for a full body. Hopped delicately with noble hops and fermented cool with Munich lager yeast. Prost. Okay. I mean, like that one more, obviously, but, still don't love any of these. That's kind of, it is what it is. But, Anyway, it was still fun. It's always, even if I don't like the beers, it's still a good time just trying to smell the flavor, or smell the smells, taste the flavors, suss everything out. And obviously just doing it with you, spending time with you doing this. It's just fun. So cool. But thanks everyone for listening to this. Not going to do all the things at the end. We know them by this point. But I'll remind people again at some point. But anyway, thanks everyone for checking this out. Until next time.
Keep it brutal.